Armchair commanders, we call the shots. From our living room thrones where the action's hot. We're the generals of fiction, the masters of war. In silver screen battles with buttered popcorn. Armchair commanders, armchair commanders.
Do you know that I have heartburn?
You too, huh? Sucks ass, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is why I'm fixing it with Mountain Dew.
Did I ever tell you when my doctor diagnosed me with GERD?
The fuck is GERD?
Gut problem. Causes heartburn. But anyway, I was having a lot of abdominal pain, and I go to the doctor, and she gives me the 411 and said, like, what you're feeling, I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was a GERD flare-up or some shit. And she made sure I understood no fatty foods, no spicy foods, no beer, and absolutely no carbonated drinks. So the first thing I do when I get home is eat an entire pizza with hot sauce, an entire 6-pack of beer, and 2 Mountain Dews. I didn't sleep that night.
I see you also like to follow physicians' recommendations.
Yeah, it hurt like hell. Boy, I sure deserved that.
So, I did a sleep study like a couple of years ago, and they're like, oh yeah, you have mild sleep apnea, you should probably have a CPAP. And I'm like, fuck no. And instead I was like, I'm going to buy this stupid ass wedge pillow thing that elevates me, and this mouth guard, and these nasal strip, like literally everything but a CPAP. And now I'm doing another sleep study to get a CPAP, so.
And this week on Armchair Commanders podcast, we're talking about our medical woes. And just how much we love listening to doctors.
Fuck them. What do they know?
Oh,
hello,
right?
boo.
Aren't you going to do the intro? You usually do the intro.
Yeah. Armchair
Man.
Commanders. Da 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 da.
And I'm Jack. Man, we really lost our touch, haven't we?
What happens when we take like a month off?
Yeah, but, paternity leave.
That Christmas. Damn. Not to mention the last episode. Oh my fucking god. Like, so, obviously this episode comes out. Our last episode is now out, Persepolis. I had to do like 4 different fucking takes on that fucking episode. And it was just a bitch and a half for me to splice everything together.
Oh, man.
Not to mention that like 20-minute segment in the middle where I was trying to figure out why the fuck Discord wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Suppose I didn't help either, did I?
No, you didn't.
You dick.
Moral of the story is, under our old recording platform, Discord notifications would pop up, like when we were, what the fuck was it, Podcastle? That would happen, but now that we're on Riverside.fm, not our sponsor, but they could be, it doesn't pick up those, like, internal notifications, so I was throwing a bitch fit over nothing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So anyways, A Few Good Men.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot that was the movie we watched for an awkward second.
What?
But
Were we just going to bullshit for the next hour?
honestly, maybe. But
This is the episode where we
yeah.
talk about nothing.
I picked this movie because I would like to give an apology to the late, great Rob Reiner. I had no idea how much of a prolific director he was. I didn't know that he directed some of the best movies in the last 50-ish years.
He definitely had an indelible mark on Hollywood.
He did, and I have no idea how I didn't know that he was the director behind Christ.
It kind of makes you wonder what South Park's beef with it was.
I was getting to that. I forgot that I didn't know he was the director behind Princess Bride in this movie. And that's honestly most of what I know about him is from South Park. Like, for the longest time, I just thought he was a self-righteous Hollywood crusader against smoking, but my opinion on that episode has changed as I've gotten older and became an addiction studies major, magna cum laude. Thank you. I had to whip that
Like,
one
here's
out.
the thing. I don't know if they actually had beef with him, or if they were just like lampooning him for the sake of lampooning him.
But honestly, it seemed more mean-spirited than usual because
It did. It
my
looked like
problem-
they had an axe to grind.
Yeah, my problem with that episode is it really downplays the tobacco industry and their bullshit and, like, goes to bat for someone that really doesn't need anyone to. And Rob Reiner isn't wrong. Like, you know, smoking is really fucking bad for you. I can understand alcoholism and the alcohol industry, kind of, but smoking is just terrible.
And by the time you see this, I'll be dead.
Yeah, they fucking try to kill Cartman, man. So this was kind of my apology to him. I didn't appreciate him when he was alive, but I appreciate his work.
Did you appreciate my little joke that might have been too soon I sent you?
Which one was it? You send a lot of jokes.
So, I don't know. Okay, let's get something straight. This film has arguably one of the top 5 most most quotable movie quotes in the history of cinema.
I already know what it is, but go ahead.
Yeah, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth, right? Or, you know,
Yeah.
Berenstein Bears Mandela effect, however, whatever. But it is a quote that is up there with, you know, Luke, I'm your father, or, you know, here's looking at your kid. Like, it is that high up there. Like, so much so that, like, Claire, my sister-in-law, she's since moved into our place to, you know, help nanny the future history nerd. And I was watching this movie, and she's like, she just happened to be walking by. She's like, oh, what are you watching? And I'm like, oh, A Few Good Men. And she said, I have no idea what that is. I'm like, you definitely would know it if I told you one line from this film. And she's like, what is it? And I said, you know, you can't handle the truth. And she's like, oh! So, like, somebody who, went to South Dakota public education system, doesn't know shit about history. Yes, I'm adding you, South Dakota.
Hey, fuck you, dude.
Did I tell... Side tangent. She wants to start up a secondary podcast to go along with our YouTube channel, basically. And it's basically me mansplaining history to her because she doesn't know anything.
Well, shit. Are you cheating on me?
No?
You son of a bitch. You have a podcast with someone else on the side. I should kill you.
Let me ask you something. What decade was World War II?
Well, I mean, depends on how you define how it started. Personally, I define the start of it with the invasion of Manchuria in the 30s. Well, I guess the European theater started in the 30s too, because the invasion of Poland on September 1st, 1939.
Where was the majority of that conflict, decade-wise?
What, the war in the Pacific or the war in Europe? Because that's a loaded question.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, I mean, I guess... Okay, fine, 40s.
Thank you.
Sorry,
we can argue the semantics over whether it was 37 and 39 or whatever, but she could not answer that question. I asked her who fought in the Civil War. Couldn't answer that question.
You serious?
I'm telling you, that's why I'm adding South Dakota public education.
Well, shit. Where did she grow up?
Braden.
Oh, that explains it. I mean, Britain, dude. Most of my education was in a shitty one-room schoolhouse, and even I know about the Civil War. Okay, I gotta admit, a good chunk of it was from the History Channel. I was that kid that watched probably too much History Channel, but...
Okay, I remember having a conversation with her, like, one day, and, like, my dad came up in the conversation, and I made a joke. I was like, oh, yeah, he fought in Iraq versions 1 and 2. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what do you mean, what do you mean? She's like, we fought in Iraq more than once? And I'm like, oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. Have you seen that music video about Oliver North? That little bit that American Dad did?
Oh, I love that song.
Like it's a fucking...
like a show tune?
Schoolhouse Rock animation.
Anyways. Top 5 most quotable quotes.
Yes.
I sent you a text. Like, yes, this is a very good movie. And it has a very important place in cinema history because of the fact that it has such a notable dialogue in it. And yet, I cannot legally stream this film without purchasing it. Like, there's not a renting option. Like, I can't pay $2.99 on YouTube or Amazon to just watch it the one time. No. Every place I went that was a proper source, if you will, I had to purchase this fucking film. And I finally broke down and I spent $15 goddamn dollars to watch this movie that was made in the 1990s, and it made me homicidal. And my joke to you was, made me kind of homicidal, but not as homicidal as Rob Reiner's son.
Yowza.
Maybe a little too soon, but...
I thought it was kind of funny. I'll be in hell with you.
Do you think they have meth in hell?
No.
Oh. That's a bummer.
No, a lot of fire. Do you like that?
You know, do we want to talk about the fact that our modern interpretation of, like, hell being this, like, hellscape has a lot more to do with, like, the Renaissance than anything?
Yeah, and how Dante's Inferno is technically fan fiction.
I don't know who would want a fanfic hell, but, you know, he did a heck of a job of it.
A hell of a job. Made a lot of money. How does the original Bible describe hell?
I believe it does
Why the hell are we
actually.
talking about this?
I think it does at one point describe it as like a hellscape with I think it's like Lazarus or something. Because there's like a parable of like this rich guy basically ignoring a homeless person and he dies and all that. I might be wrong though. It is, according to Matthew 25:41, it is depicted as a state of suffering and separation from God where individuals experience punishment for their sins. So, not necessarily, fire and brimstone.
Yeah, I asked Chat GPT and it fucking typed me up an essay. But yeah, anyway, this was a good movie. Not exactly a pulse pounder nail biter though.
No, it's more, what's the
Slow
word you want to...
roast legal drama.
Yeah, courtroom drama.
Yeah,
Um,
this time the war was in the courtroom and the battlefield was justice. Ugh.
I love the setting of the, like, conflict, though, because this is still, like... I don't know, is this set still in fucking Cold War time, or is it just, like... Because our main antagonist, Jack Nicholson, you know, he's the commander of the detachment of Marines in Gitmo. And, like, obviously we still have Gitmo. But is it just like, oh, Cuba is still communist, so ergo still enemy? Is that the whole premise of our beef with them at this point?
Yes. I want to say yes because I believe this was during the Cold War. Latter part of it, yes, but still present danger.
Okay. So it's adapted from a 1989 play, so the Soviet Union would have still been a thing, so...
For like 2 more years.
Yeah.
The cracks were definitely showing.
Literal tail end of the Cold War. But Cold War nonetheless, so war film it is. Or was it really just a war on justice?
It was.
Down with the Shah. Down with the Shah?
Down with the Shah.
Ugh.
I was originally going to pick Kung Fu Panda.
No.
Hey, you should feel grateful. I was going to pick all three, or the first three Kung Fu Panda movies for my pick.
Your three movie choices were going to be Kung Fu Pandas 1 through 3.
Yeah, because fuck you.
You
But I was
might be able to
merciful.
stump me on the first Kung Fu Panda. I don't know about the other two because I never saw them.
Well, I mean, it's Kung Fu, you know, is at war with bad guys.
I might as well do Iron Sky after that.
Well, that is on our list.
Nazi moon base.
The moon! But yeah, this was a nice little courtroom drama. Not the first we've ever done. Of course, there was that pulse-pounding action that was Legally Blonde.
Oh yes, there was that. I feel like didn't we do another courtroom war movie?
Shit, did we? That's the one I remember, at least.
No, so 6888 had a courtroom scene in it.
It did?
Yeah. There's
I
been
just
a couple of
remember them
times.
sorting mail.
There's been a couple of times in movies where there's been like a court martial scene, but there's never. I think this is the first time we've done a war movie where it is primarily legal drama.
Okay, yeah.
Does make me think when we get to December next December, so a long time from now, we should do Hearts War because that's Battle of the Bulge / POW film / courtroom drama.
Or, I could pick it next time the Navy kicks the Air Force's ass in football.
So next year, because football season's basically over.
That'll be one of my 3 picks. If I remember, and if I don't pick Kung Fu Panda 1 through 3. Maybe one of these days you'll win a game and get to pick the movies.
Maybe. Had you seen this film before, or had you only ever seen like clips and sound
Clips.
bites? So this
Yes,
is
I
your first.
saw that. I did see a bit of this movie. That much is true. I mostly remember the Cuba scene when they first touch down in the plane, and they're like, "Wear these, or else you might get shot at." And them
Well,
talking with the soldiers that were prepared to just go down.
but this is your first start to finish.
Yes, first start to finish, and I've seen that GIF multiple times of the classic. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth exchange.
I I get it that that's like the peak moment of this, but I love the follow up to it, which is the I neither have the time nor the inclination to explain myself. I think that's a vastly better line, but you know, it's all the same rant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention, on top of that, I think this is our first Demi Moore film.
Hmm. Wait. No, wait. We wouldn't. Yeah, no, we didn't do that movie. Why would we?
Which one? Striptease?
Beavis and Butthead Do America,
Oh,
which that might be a next pick for me. I don't know how it's a war movie, but I'll figure it out.
well, I mean, she was in G.I. Jane, which is on our list, so
Ah, true.
this is also like peak Demi Moore before Hollywood kind of just like kicked her to the side.
What's she? Is she been in anything recently?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she does a lot more like artsy stuff as of recent.
I see.
She's
Her
also been in.
ex-husband's on his last legs, and by ex-husband I mean Bruce Willis.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ashton Kutcher was about to die.
Nope. Well, at least not that I'm aware of.
Ashton Kutcher dumped Demi Moore for Mia Kunis.
Damn.
It wasn't even like a short marriage, too. They were together like 8 years.
Damn. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. This was also like early Tom Cruise.
Yeah, dude, he was a baby in this.
Let's see. Where is this in his filmography? I hate that Tom Cruise's filmography has its own Wikipedia page.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking massive.
Okay, so by the time he did A Few Good Men, he had already done like a dozen films, so
Yeah, dude, and he's been in a ton of war movies. Top Gun, Born on the 4th of July, Tropic
Tap.
Thunder.
My personal favorite was Taps.
Of course, you're a little biased, though, ain't you?
Yeah.
My personal favorite's Tropic Thunder.
Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Did the Reacher movies count?
Probably. Just like most of the Jack Ryan inspired films probably count.
Yeah.
But what did you think of this kind of non-conventional war movie choice for us?
I liked it. It's a classic for a reason. You know, it's not your average war movie with pow pow, patriotism and shit. It's a slow burn, military justice, I don't even know, film, an experience.
Kino, if you will.
Yep. Normally, this would be a really hard movie to both sell and pull off, wouldn't it? But Rob Reiner does a good job. The actors take it seriously.
I found it really interesting. Like, I do think it's a very, like, it's a cool topic to approach. The, like, because this approaches the, like, uber patriotism, and it's not even like a one-sided type deal. Like, obviously, the end result is, you know, a couple of guys' fanaticism for following orders led to a person's death and ultimately led to them being booted from the military. But, like, it was an actual discussion and a debate throughout the entire film. It wasn't just a straight, like, this is the real answer. Like, the movie allowed you to contemplate the question
Mm-hmm.
of, like, how much patriotism is an appropriate level of patriotism.
Yeah, and what devotion to a cause gets you. Do you remember just following orders?
That worked out well for a lot of people.
Yeah, you're going to be hearing that a lot too in the coming years, I have a feeling.
No. Why would we hear that?
Just a feeling.
Hooked on a feeling. Ow, this burns.
What are you, this is a good time. What are you drinking this evening?
Oh, fucking Mountain Dew.
Uh,
I was
well,
like, oh, I shouldn't drink alcohol with my heartburn, and, you know, I did the next best choice, apparently.
me, I'm continuing my yearly tradition of dry January. So tonight, I'm rocking a zero sugar lemonade from Minute Maid.
Proud of you.
I only kind of miss beer.
I can't wait for you to make your Lent jokes in like a month.
Oh yeah, I have that to look forward to. Hell, depending on how I'm feeling, I might join you for Lent this year.
I was gonna say it's not like you partake in that. I I just do dry January at a different time of the year.
I was gonna say, maybe I'll do alcohol for Lent this year for a change.
But then you wouldn't give Lent up. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that is what I say, isn't it? But
Mhm.
the people that usually have the New Year's Eve party that I usually go to didn't have New Year's Eve this year, but instead they're doing Mardi Gras, and they agreed to let me make my world famous jambalaya. So maybe to make this Mardi Gras more special, maybe get really drunk and then give it up for Lent like the Catholics do. Challenge myself.
You could give up food like our poor soldier who died.
Man. How long does Lent last? Like from mid February to April?
Yeah, you could probably make it.
I'd rather not. Food's good.
Pussy.
But
Poor Santiago.
yeah, poor bastard. Hell of a way to go.
I Here's the one problem I have with this is so the whole premise of this film is, you know, you have a guy who's like uber patriot, like I am in command, like I'm above the law, like what I say goes, right? That's the Jack Nicholson character. And he has one private in his fucking group of probably what, like 500 or 600 dudes, who is like subpar. Like, how is that just not a normal thing for him? Like, in any kind of organization, like even the military, you're going to have one or two like subpar individuals. And not even saying that Santiago is truly subpar. He just, you know, had a hard time running in Cuba, you know?
Yeah, it happens.
But like your response is, "Oh, I have one guy who doesn't meet my standard, not the Marine Corps standard, because by the time Santiago gets to fucking Cuba, he's already past boot camp and, you know, infantry school and all that. So he's already met like those standards for the Marine Corps, which isn't nothing, right?
Yeah.
So your response is, I'm going to order these guys to not give him food and beat the shit out of him to make him better. Like, how does that fucking track? And then, this guy, not surprisingly, dies. Did he just think that there wasn't going to be an investigation? Like, nobody was going to question, like, oh...
Yeah. Poor Santiago. You didn't,
Like, I
never
get,
got
like-
that.
Like, I get there, like, the cover-up was a part of this whole deal, but this was a lame-ass cover-up.
And Dr. Fuck Up.
Like, especially for someone who's about to be, like, what'd they say, he was going to be, like, the director of national security or some shit?
Yeah, I don't
Some
remember
made-up-
that.
Yeah, like, some made-up high-wig Washington position, like, he was about to be slotted for. And it's like, okay, somebody who is about to be in that high level of position, you think would be better at covering shit up. Or
Yeah.
I
but,
might be looking too much into this.
You know, I really hate to say this, to speak ill of the men and women serving our country, but are Marines known for their plan making? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, all those crayons they eat.
I mean, a lot of planning went into, like, Iwo Jima and shit.
Well,
Didn't really work out the way they thought it would, but a lot of planning went into it.
yes, I guess, man. Whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Speaking
this
of-
plan that
so-
was undone by a fuck-up lawyer. Well, not even a fuck-up, just lazy.
Yeah, his grand cover-up was undone by, like, a lazy turd.
Getting him to talk was the key.
I will say, though, it was smart. He's like, I'm not doing this. Wait a minute. They chose me because they never wanted this to see the inside of a courtroom. I'll do it. Like, shut the...
I don't think I've ever done something that with that level of spite in my life.
No, I've been pretty spiteful in my life, but not to that level.
Right?
Like, I'm not spiteful to the
Fuck you,
point
I
of...
will put in effort.
I'm not spiteful to the point of endangering my fucking career. And that shows you how committed I am to anything. Or maybe that
Right.
just shows I'm not that spiteful of a person.
Oh, I'm spiteful. I'm just lazy. Too lazy to follow through most of the time.
My spitefulness just extends to not talking to you anymore.
Yeah, maybe saying a few bad things in your name, and then I just fall asleep anyway.
Fuck. Hey, fuck you.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of cover-ups, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. Hey, is Holes of War movie?
No.
Okay, just checking.
As much as I would like to make that work, it isn't.
Yeah, it is a really solid movie. Also involves a courtroom, so therefore it is a war movie, right?
No.
Okay.
You know what's
No, that's right.
surprising is this film was nominated for one, two, three, five different Oscars, and it did not win any of them.
Wow. I would have given it an Oscar.
Best sound mixing, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that one's a stretch.
Best film editing.
So who did it lose to in these categories?
All right, let me look it up. Anyways, best supporting actor and best picture were the ones that I could be on board for.
Yeah.
Uh, seriously? Best picture went to Unforgiven, a Clint Eastwood western.
Okay.
Best actor in a supporting role. Oh, fuck off. Went to, I mean, R.I.P., but Gene Hackman in the same film.
Curse you, Hackman!
Oh my god. Guess what film got Best Actress the same year that this came out?
Whoever that chick was in Waterworld.
No.
Shit. I don't know.
Marissa Tomei in My Cousin Vinny. My Cousin Vinny won a fucking Oscar, but not A Few Good Men.
Oh well, guess a different courtroom drama. Were people just that bored back in the 90s where this was Oscar bait material?
I cannot fucking fathom this.
So, I suppose it bears mentioning, like, even if you haven't seen the film like me, My Cousin Vinny, you know the fun fact I'm about to spit out about how it's the most accurate lawyer film ever made according to most lawyers or something.
I don't know. Maybe.
I've heard that so many times, and, you know, it kind of makes me want to watch My Cousin Vinny, but...
The only thing I would agree with that is how ridiculous our justice system is, but...
Oh yeah, it's an absolute fucking joke. Military justice is even more of a joke, in my opinion. War itself is a crime.
I appreciate the fact that, like, I wish they would have, like, kind of dumbed it down a little more, because, like, we see, like, a jury of other, like, military people, and we kind of see how this trial is different from, like, a standard kind of, like, you know, regular, like, it's not like a Law and Order episode, right? I wish they would have given Tom Cruise or Demi Moore, like, a little point in this film to do exposition where they explain to the two defendants, like, hey, this is how this is going to work. Because, you know, in that instance, like, yeah, they might have a loose idea of how it will work, but I would imagine that, oh, they've never been court-martialed before, so they could use some explaining, because a good lawyer will explain the fucking process to you, or they should. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But that would have been a great point to posit to the audience how a military court-martial works and is different from, like, the civilian world.
Yeah.
I think that would have added to this film.
You know what really would have added to this film? What really would have brought it together?
What?
No, go ahead. Guess.
I gave you my fucking suggestion.
overthrowing the Shah of Iran. Duh.
Down with the Shah.
Down with the Shah. But yeah, I guess the public is really hungry for lawyer dramas in whatever year this came out in.
I think the people like a good courtroom drama regardless. Hence why Law and Order's been on for 47 seasons.
It will never die. It will outlive the sun itself.
Dun 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 dun. Burn.
So do you think the original or SVU is more well known?
Definitely SVU.
Yeah, that's the one everyone talks about at least.
I would, and maybe I'm biased, but I think like 2000 to about like 2007 was like peak Law and Order for both the original and SVU.
Yeah. Most I ever watched SVU was with my roommates freshman year of college. They loved it. My God, so many episodes.
I put on SVU the other day because I think it's what the fuck. I think it's Hulu. It's either Hulu or Peacock. One of those services has like all of them. So I was like, oh, let me just start it from the beginning. And I made it like 2 episodes through before I had to turn it off because I was like, holy mother of Fourth Amendment violations. What the fuck is happening here?
That bad, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How inaccurate is it to police procedure?
Fuck it, I don't know, but something tells me that, you know, like dangling a guy off a roof like fucking Batman is not okay.
No. You see, blood flows to their head. That's where the brain is stored, so arguably it makes their memory better, right?
I want to know what their fucking like broken chair budget was on SVU. Because it seems like fucking Detective Stabler is just throwing chairs everywhere.
That'll get you written up.
You get off of me, you pervert!
Or at least it would if, this entire department, this unit, wasn't all on drugs.
I love John Mulaney's bit about SVU, which is he talks about Ice-T being in that TV show, and how, like, Ice-T, despite being a detective in the Special Victims Unit, you know, the unit that deals with sex crimes, is somehow astounded every episode by weird sex crime that occurs. Like, you mean to tell me that this guy likes looking at women through windows? Like, yeah, Ice-T, that is something that some predators do. Like, you should know that working in this unit.
So, can I get something off my chest?
You look through... I don't know if this... I don't know...
No, it's innocuous. It's innocuous. But...
You really got to work on this segue, because I'm...
Okay, I admit my timing... Shut the fuck up, but...
I was about to have to hit timeout on this, like, what?
Anyway, god damn it. I never liked Ice-T's acting in this show, I just gotta say it. I always felt it felt really forced.
You mean a rapper turned actor does not have the best acting abilities?
I don't even know...
Color me shocked and don't let Ice Cube know.
I just don't even want to say if he's miscast. It just... His acting feels so forced. Like, I just want to say, quit trying so hard, dude. I get that you're a rapper, but Jesus Christ, not your character.
It's like Ice Cube and Are We There Yet?
Hey, that shit was a national treasure. Don't talk shit about Ice Cube.
Or Vin Diesel in The Pacifier.
I don't know. I think the guy that used to rap about killing cops had a bigger hit to his reputation when he took the family-friendly movie.
I think it'd be hilarious if Ice Cube had joined SVU.
That, God, what the hell was that guy's name from Prison Break?
I don't know.
He was everywhere in the 2000s. But yeah, he was a guest star on SVU. Then his character threw a dude out a window and had to go to prison.
Your mom's a guest star on SVU.
Fuck you. Kick your ass.
Bring it on.
Man. But anyway, yeah, I think my favorite scene was the Cuba scene, and they did a really good job with it. Especially with it.
I also thought Cuba was good. You know what's something that confused me? I was like, so this movie opens up with the Marine Corps Silent Drill Team. And I was like, weird that a film with kind of like overt, like, I would say, not anti-war, but like anti-military industrial complex, question mark, or anti-blind patriot. There is an anti-something word in here going on, right?
Elaborate.
Like, that's the whole point, is that, like, you know, this entire movie is based on some ultra fanatical dudes essentially killing a guy because he's not Marine enough, and then Tom Cruise is like, this is fucking stupid. So there's an anti... Like I said, I don't know if it's anti-military or maybe just like... It's like, not everything is sunshine and sparkles and white picket fences waving flags, right?
Yeah, maybe a deconstruction of non-combat military film, I guess.
So the film opens with the Marine Corps Silent Drill Team, which is like one of the Marine Corps' like... It's a big recruiting tool for them to be like, look how fucking cool and pristine and awesome we are, right?
Right.
And I was like, how did they get the fucking Marine Corps Silent Drill Team to get on board with this film when this film isn't like America fuck yeah? You know what I mean?
Maybe they wanted to be famous.
They were already famous before this film. They
Publicity?
didn't.
I don't know, man.
They didn't need the help.
I don't even know if I'd classify this as overtly anti-military. It's more like an expose of types, like, hey, there's shit that goes on in the military like this.
Yeah, and the military doesn't want negative attention, even in a theatrical sense.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, I had to look it up because I was like, there's no way, like, it doesn't add up that they would get these guys to do a performance for this film, and then the film is like, look at the fucked up shit people do in the military. And that's because it's not actually the Silent Drill Team, or the Marine Corps one anyways. Rob Reiner went to Texas A&M's University Corps of Cadets and then dressed them up as Marines because they have their own Silent Drill Team.
Clever.
So, that was the workaround. And today I learned Texas A&M has its own fucking drill team.
Man, yeah, and I guess they did it so well you didn't even notice, right?
No. Like, if I wasn't like, this is a weird team up, I wouldn't have bothered looking it up.
I guess it worked. I mean, to be fair, though, I don't know how to do that whole thing. But maybe if I was an expert on it or could do it, maybe I'd point out, like, oh, they did this wrong. This is obviously a junior team or something, right?
This is a JV. team.
Pee Wee League.
I don't know. I saw a group of like 12-year-olds do it in Cadet Kelly. How hard can it be?
Yeah, just memorize it. Get it
Or
down muscle memory.
or Major Payne. A bunch of kids did it in that film too.
Still haven't seen that movie, but it's on our list.
It is. Questionable as it is, it's on our list.
What do you mean questionable?
I mean, there's not actually a war in it.
Well, there's neither in this one, and has that ever stopped us before?
And you're right. What was your least favorite aspect of this film?
The main character's kind of woe is me shit, you know?
Like, oh no, I might lose this case.
And beforehand, it didn't even seem like he cared, right?
No. Like, like he got into a little argument with Demi Moore, and then he's like, I'm taking the case. And then they went and had a seafood date.
Yeah, and then they got in an argument, and then oh yeah, Kevin Bacon was in this movie. I forgot about that. His kind of but not really rival.
The prosecutor. On behalf of the U.S. government. Man, that's gotta feel like like you have a lot of authority when you introduce yourself that way.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
The United States government would like to move forward.
That's right. I have the full law behind me.
I am above the law.
So do you think it's time to put a rating on this?
Yeah. And I think there's only one appropriate metric. We see early on the kind of character that Tom Cruise is at the beginning of this film because of his wheeling and dealing. And he makes an argument because the first person we see him defend got caught with a bag of weed, but it wasn't actually a bag of weed because he's an idiot, and it was a bag of oregano. So 1 to 5 bags of oregano.
See, I was going to propose 1 to 5 truths, but oregano. So I'm going to give this 5 bags of oregano, but one of them is actually weed. So 5 out of 5.
Okay. I also give this a 5 out of 5. It is a slower paced film, but it is. If I don't know if this necessarily counts as like top 10 war films, but I would say this is probably like one of the top 10 films, just period. I would place it that high.
Of the 90s.
Like, even of the 20th century.
Man.
I hold this film in high regard. It was very good. Acting was stellar. Has incredible moments to it. Like,
Cast, take it seriously.
it's thought provoking. I mean, Tom Cruise is kind of, I don't know. I'm not the biggest like Tom Cruise guy, but
Me either.
you know, he wasn't inverted in this film, so that kind of takes it down a notch.
Man, and I have a feeling we definitely haven't seen the last of Tom Cruise. He's on our list a lot.
Genuine. But that's the thing. Tom Cruise is in like a lot of good movies. Like, as much as we want to talk shit on him, like,
Yeah,
I
don't really like the guy, but man, he can act. I will give him that.
I love Taps. Love Top Gun. love Last Samurai, love this. Like, he just does do good films.
So, let's see what Rotten Tomatoes says. 86 on the tomometer and an 89% on the popcorn meter. Gotta go with the critics on this one. Well, no, audience, they rated it higher. Gotta go with the audience on this one.
What did the critics ding it on?
No idea, but let's see here.
I mean, obviously this film is no My Cousin Vinny, but
Maybe that's why.
it didn't win an Oscar like My Cousin Vinny, so
I don't know. It's not letting me scroll the reviews, so I closed it in anger.
that's fair.
And, nose in the air, critics. What the fuck do they know? Anyway, what do we have
All
for
right.
next time?
Oh, thank Christ, it's my choice
Yeah,
again.
it is.
Just for the fucking jokes of it. Not to mention, it's like really popular right now, so gotta ride that wave. We're going to do German Fury.
German Fury, eh?
Yep, and for our listeners at home, that would be pronounced Fury.
Führer.
Fury. No, it is the English version of it is very simply called The Tank, which in German gets translated to Der Panzer.
So, are you just? Oh wait, it's Der Tiger, right?
Oh yeah, Der Tiger, my bad. Because it's about
Yeah.
Tiger Tank. Woo!
The Tiger Tank, yay!
Yay! It's number 2 on Amazon streaming right now. So gotta strike the fire while it's hot.
Damn right we do.
But that I had somebody at work literally like, "Hey, I know you're like really into like war movies." And I don't talk about this. I don't talk about this podcast at work, so that statement was lost on him. But he's like, "Hey, I know you're really into war movies and histories and stuff. Like, I just watched this movie on Amazon. It's really good. It's basically like Fury, but from like the German perspective." I'm like, this is making me feel uncomfortable. Because anytime we go with from the German perspective, I really gotta keep my fingers crossed that we approach
Yeah.
it.
It doesn't
In
go
an
the other
appropriate-
way.
Yeah, like not a like, my kindness to the side.
Und das war
Erica. And canceled. I would like our listeners to know that song is about a fucking honeybee.
Really?
Have you never looked up the translation of Erica?
I mean, I kind of understood it, and by that I mean one word, which is the chick's name, Erica.
I mean, it's not actually about a honeybee, but it references like honeybees and flowers and shit.
Oh yeah, that's like standard German spring and summer.
Yeah. Anyways, so Der Tiger, or The Tiger, The Tank.
A tiger.
I have already watched this film. I can't wait for you to watch it.
Alright, I'll make sure to text you.
It is. You will be surprised by it, and that is all I will leave you with.
Okay, I'll take it.
Anything else, Jack?
I got nothing.
All right, well, if you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. The stars do matter. If you want additional content from us, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, places. Just type our shit in. Until next time, I've been John.
And I'm Jack.
And we will see you all later.
Bye.